This is The Toss-Up, where we take a look at some of the topics facing the world of college sports and give a little bit of the history behind some of them. We're not trying to change your mind, we just want to dive deeper into the topics that keep you tuned in to the teams you love. This past month, the NCAA suspended 5 University of Richmond baseball players because they took part in a fantasy football league. Yes, you heard that right. The NCAA suspended 5 student athletes for engaging in a friendly competition online. Not for cheating on a test or seeking out payment for play, they were suspended for fantasy football. The reasoning? Because the NCAA treats standard fantasy leagues just like gambling, stating that examples of sports wagering include, but are not limited to, the use of a bookmaker or parlay card, internet sports wagering, auctions in which bids are placed on teams, individuals, or contests, and pools or fantasy leagues in which an entry fee is required. So, in turn, 5 athletes were suspended for following an ideal already promoted by the NCAA. Why do I say that? Because everywhere you look, the NCAA is promoting bracket challenges and fantasy leagues of their own. The suspensions were absurd, and now it only adds to the list of odd rules violations in the NCAA. In February of 2014, 3 University of Oklahoma athletes were penalized by the university for eating pasta. Yes, pasta, because NCAA bylaw 16.11.1.6 only permits schools to provide athletes with reasonable refreshments from time to time for celebratory events. And the pasta was apparently a little bit excessive. This rule goes hand in hand with another NCAA bylaw, better known as the bagel rule, permitting schools to offer bagels, fruits, and nuts to athletes at any time. This prohibited, however, offering spreads such as cream cheese or peanut butter with the bagels. So basically making it illegal to offer a student athlete cream cheese. In the NCAA, it is now illegal for rowing athletes to follow their former tradition of having the losing team give their jersey to the winning team, because this is considered gambling. It is illegal for a campus tutor to offer a student athlete food or a drink. It is illegal for a college coach to drive a student athlete to any practice facilities. It is even a violation for a coach to help a student athlete find a suitable apartment. The rules, they are everywhere. They are everywhere and they are remarkably intrusive. So it begs the question, does the NCAA go too far with its regulations? Michael, what are your thoughts on the matter? Now, when I spoke in the intro, there were a wide variety of incidents, but there are so many more that have reached national outcry and people have started talking about. I know, Michael, we talked before the show about Gino Auriemma and something that he did. Do you want to speak upon that? It's almost like they're just restricting coaches from being just regular human beings, which is almost absurd to me. What do you think about that, Tyler?
But there's still a lot of rules that need to be amended.
And I'm glad you guys bring up these reforms that are being made. And it's important to note when we have this discussion that these rules are made by the schools and then they're governed and policed by the NCAA. But no matter what, I think we've come to this understanding that there needs to be some sort of change, at least more clarity in a general facet for all these athletes. And it's almost deterring their success being an athlete and being a student at the same time. But that wraps it up for the toss-up, and that does it for this week's show. Be sure to continue the discussion on our Twitter page at IUS TV Sports